and I just want to express some views on the Arise platform and whether or not you should sign up with the via the platform with the IBO or just sign under yourself as a sole proprietor. I have been working on the platform for about a month now, and I am an avid person who dabbles in, business and things of that nature. So I do have a little bit of experience in the business world. And I started my journey, just researching Arise and doing just like you are. Looking up as much information as I can with how it works, how do I get started, whether you learned about it online or if you were referred or if someone happens to be an IBO and they want you to work under their call center. I found out, I think, via an Indeed ad, and I, was intrigued and interested with working from home, especially because of what's going on with COVID. So I, responded to the ad, and I forget the name of the company, but I won't say it anyway. A young lady, she actually spoke with me and answered all my questions. So having some type of, some background working for like staffing agencies and things like that, it sounded just like a staffing agency, and I just wanted to get the information as to what was the website so I can do my investigation. And she gave me the website, but she really wanted me to sign up with her on a computer. So, me being me, I was busy, I was at work, so I said, well, just let me get the website. If I have any questions or concerns, I will call you back. So she gave me the website, Arise, and I went and looked it up. I signed up, put in my information in there. Back then, this was maybe like a month or two ago. It was the option to either, it was 3 options. It was sole proprietor, call center. It was sole proprietor, work under a specific call center, and it was another option to start a business, and that would basically entail me having to put my, obtain an EIN number from, the state that I live in, as well as file documentations with, the state that you live in order to set up a business. So I'm familiar with what a sole proprietor is. So I'm like, okay, sole proprietor versus clicking on someone else's call center. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm going to be a sole proprietor. So I, just with like, the little bit of knowledge that I have in business, like, it made sense to me. So anyway, I get onto the platform, look around, still like suspicious of if this is a real opportunity. I wasn't sure, but I'm always going to find out. So just reviewing all the information on the site and really interested and excited, but kind of still skeptical. So anyway, I think I saw, it took me a few days. I kept getting notifications from Arise to finish my sign up process. So one day, I went back and filled everything out, and I saw this opportunity. Actually on the platform, there's several opportunities. I didn't know what to make of it, actually. It was a lot. There's like a PDF that you click to get more information, and it gives you a detailed description of the hours of operation of these companies that are listed. And it just basically gives you dates and times, and just basically a lot of information as to what you would be doing, what type of like computer system you would need, headsets and things like that. It gives you a lot of information, but in your head, if it's your first time, it's just so much. You're really only concerned about the pay rate, and you're concerned about the hours that you can actually work, especially if you have a full-time job. So I found an opportunity that was really, really, really good for me. And I did like a voice. I clicked it, the class was starting soon. I clicked on it, enrolled into the opportunity, and that was it. I had to do a few tests, like a voice test, I guess, to see if I could speak properly or how my voice sound. It's been a month, so I really kind of forgot. And there was like another test too. I think it was multiple choice. I'm not sure, but it wasn't hard. I remember I was so nervous, and I really concentrated to try to get everything right. So, yeah, I just took my time and tried to do my best, because I really wanted to work from home. I really wanted to work from home. So anyway, the results was like basically sooner than ASAP. They sent me my I got accepted into the class. Like, I don't know if it was like the same day or the next day, but it was like really, really quick. Oh, and I had to pay to get onto the platform. This was really, really suspicious to me, and I was like, oh God, I don't want to pay, but it was really, really cheap. It was when I first got onto the platform, it was one amount, and then I saw that it dropped. So then, I went back and hurried up and paid, thinking that it was going to be a deal. So I was like, yeah. So anyway, I get into, gets closer and closer time. I go grab my monitors. I get all my stuff that I need and set up my little home office and get ready to get right and work from home. So I got into my class, and the instructor, my classmates, they were really nice. The coursework was annoying, but it's doable. I actually got behind on my coursework and stuff, and I had to get caught up, and it was horrible, horrible. So don't do that. Don't be like me. And I finally got to start, servicing, and it was good. But during the process of getting set up, and while I was in class, the reason that I got so much behind on my coursework is because I was so excited about the Arise business opportunity as an IBO. Here comes the plot turn. So I go grab my EIN number. I file with my state. I know everything to do, so I'm going to do it. So I get my company name, and I'm just so excited. I'm telling all my friends and family. I'm letting people know about this new exciting opportunity to work from home. And I'm very, very happy about it. So anyway, I'm gathering everything. I'm getting my business bank account. I'm ready to go, because I'm like, who wouldn't want to do this? Who wouldn't want to work from home under a call center? And, Arise charges a fee. I think it's like, $19.99 or something like that. They charge a fee, and per pay period, they charge a fee. So, I had it worked out where, I was going to pay, I was going to, just basically set my callers up and have them pay an administration fee or pay them a certain rate, and, just go about it as if it was like a mini staffing company, but not with employees, but with independent contractors, basically, was my thinking. So, I'm getting all my literature, all my contracts together, just basically using YouTube as a consultation type of place to get my information. And I'm like, and actually I did notice that it was a lot of women, that were, had a lot of views and stuff like that on, and this is where I got all of my information, because it's barely any information on the site. You have to dig for information related to IBOs and stuff like that. But so I started putting some ads out. This is when I'm about to finish my certification. So I'm like, oh my gosh, the class that I want to, there's classes free on the platform. I need to get people over here. I need to get people, onto the site. I'm so excited. I'm like, oh God, it's free. The certain opportunities on the platform were free. So in my head, I'm thinking oh, there's no way that they're not going to sign up now, because any skeptics or anything like that, there's no reason why they want to sign up for my call center. So I'm like, okay, I'm ready. So anyway, I started putting the ads out for the work from home opportunity. Just letting them know that they would be contractors working from home, making your own schedule, things like that. So I'm just developing my whole entire business plan. So the first person I had was someone that was my friend. We knew each other from school, and she was just really interested. She I believe she was probably a single mom and stuff like that, similar to myself. And so I plan to do basically a screen share just to guide her. But mind you, the platform had just changed maybe 2 weeks ago. So this was a totally different process from when I originally signed up. Anyway, so we set up the screen share. I think we used Zoom. So, just before we start screen sharing, I talked to her about the opportunities, let her know what it's all about and things like that. So whatever the case, I assist her, provide her with the link, and then we go and start filling out the information. She's able to do all this stuff herself. But the reason for my doing the screen share is to make sure that she knows where to put my IBO number for my call center, because to me, in my head, with my thinking, I'm like, why wouldn't someone just select sole proprietor? But maybe some people don't know what sole proprietor is. I'm not certain. But me being me, I just thought it was the best way to make sure you don't have to follow up with people if they get lost or something like that. Any questions that they have, they can ask you right then and there. It's pre-screening, sign on, and then select your opportunity. Done. And then they will start their class. That's it. So I was actually going to guide people toward the program that I went for, so that while they were, getting their instruction from their instructor, and also, doing their module, the little tests and things like quizzes and videos, I wanted to help them along the way. I wanted to say, oh, well, this is how I remember this, or this is how this would be. You have to pay attention during this part. I wanted to be able to guide them through the class that, the class that I took was actually my preference for referring other, CSPs or customer service professionals to get into the class that I'm currently taking. So that was my idea. Help them along, have them under my wing. But yeah. So anyway, we're doing the screen share, and we get past the application part where you have to enter your personal information, such as your name, address, phone number, etc. So now we go on to a new screen. This screen says, be your own boss or work for a call center. So my friend is kind of waving her little mouse near the be your own boss. And in my head, I'm like mortified. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is insane. I didn't expect it. It was a surprise because whatever the case, she clicked the be your own boss. And she was like, oh, well, I think I just clicked the wrong one. Let me go back because I have to click the call center one. I'm like, yeah, that's right. You do have to click that one if you want to work under my call center. So in my head, I'm just thinking like, what the heck is going to happen when I get someone that is not like, cool with me or is more inquisitive or wants to know what does that entail, be your own boss work versus working for a call center. So I'm angry, I'm upset, I'm frustrated, and I'm like, just like, what am I going to do? I opened this company, I got the business bank account, I got all this stuff. What am I going to do? So, we finished the sign up process and we get everything together, and she was having some technical difficulties with the requirements for one of the free programs that was available on the platform. So, it was like, we're going to work on it another day, whatever the case. And, we disconnected, but I was just mortified and I was so upset because I'm like, what is Arise doing? Do they want people to work under a call center or do they want to have sole proprietors? And I thought the purpose of working under a call center is to have someone there as a guide and to be there. But when I really sat down and thought about it, I'm like after you're on a platform for maybe like a month or two, you don't need anyone's help. And I scoured the internet prior to actually setting up my call center, and I reviewed all the information related to how other call centers work. Some of them pay what the client pays, and they charge you a fee. They pay what the client pays, and they charge you a fee. Like I said, Arise already charges $19.99, so they got to cover that. And then they have to put their fee on top of that for their payroll, how they're paying you, and then whatever profit they want to make for referring you to this opportunity. Okay. So then it just starts, my gears start turning, and I'm like, I look on some other videos and in retrospect, someone could just release themselves from your call center. Or if you went the other route, when you charge someone, like, okay, so say if one client is paying actually like $17 an hour, but your IBO was paying you like what? Maybe $13 an hour. They're making $4 off you per hour that you work. Now, what if you were to talk to another customer service professional while you're in class? Sometimes you link up. I still talk to some women that were in my class. They were nice. So, and I like to make friends, and I like to pick other people's brain, and this is how I communicate with people. So what if I were to get, we are on our one-on-one session learning together, and they can't discuss this in the classroom. With the instructor, you can't talk about rate of pays in class at all. The instructor won't allow it. But you talk to the girls, you get their numbers, you guys link up on the computer to do screen shares and practice together. you know, what if one of my customer service professionals spoke with one of the other girls and oh, I get paid this much, I'm working for myself. It would feel like someone is cheating you. Then someone comes back to you and they're telling you like, oh, you're paying me this much. I don't want to do business like that. Like I'm scheming someone or tricking someone, or just like if it was a staffing agency. A staffing agency, cool. You have a certified contract with the client. The person that's doing the work for you or performing the tasks underneath you, they are not going to find out how much this client is paying you to obtain people to do the services. They're not. Someone from Arise, anyone that's working under a IBO can release themselves from their IBO, sign up as a sole proprietor, and then they can work, under themselves as like an independent contractor, or they can start their own IBO, get their own licensing information, and they can just go online and see exactly how much the client has been paying you to do basically nothing for them. I mean, I understand that IBOs are supposed to speak to like the platform if you're having any discrepancies with billing, if they didn't pay you the right amount or something was wrong with your hours and things like that. Like, you are taught by the instructor, this is what you're paying for when you go on the platform. You go on the platform, you pay for your class. Then you get taught by whoever the instructor is for that client. Your IBO is not doing anything. So after a month of you working and then you're finding out all of this, and then you feel cheated. I know I would feel cheated and I would be upset. I mean, thank you for the opportunity, but if you're not really doing anything for me other than obtaining like a freaking W-9 and possibly paying me what I could be getting paid straight from the platform, and then maxing and then putting another fee on top of the fee that I would normally already be paying, or skimming some off the top of my hourly, then what are you doing? I was really upset because I thought this would be a good opportunity. And the only thing that I just thought of it as like a staffing type of thing, but you're using independent contractor. You're sending them to the work. And in my eyes, I was going to guide whoever worked under me to the opportunity, guide them toward that opportunity as opposed to any other, because I'm more knowledgeable about this. I can help you. We can set up a time if you're not understanding something, or if your class is about to go through certification, give you some pointers, let you watch me while I'm possibly servicing. Like, I was going to do this and just make it like it was a community of CSPs working together to be better or be the best. Like, I wanted to have the best adherence rate. Like, it was just insane, like what my mind was like trying to like put together. And I just think that if you work for Rise, work for yourself, work as an independent contractor. If they are changing the platform, go spend $125 and go get your own IBO information. You can make your motions through. I mean, if someone wants to work for you, if you want to guide them, set up a consultation like, oh, yeah, well, you could work for underneath my call center for about a month and then you don't need me anymore. Charge a fee for that to get them started. But for taxing someone for months and months and months, they don't need you. That's my thoughts. I'm signing off. If you have any questions about it or you want to speak to me further, just leave a comment, and thank you. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any more, but I just had to get that off my chest because it was very disappointing. I didn't feel right morally as I was signing someone up. I didn't feel right. All right. Thanks, guys.